everybody, welcome back to another Time to Build with Piggy. I have something really cool for you today. That is my version of Mumbo's industrial strength charcoal factory. Not too long back on his channel he made one, and I'll have a link to that down in the description. But basically he said if he felt like his design had a lot of excessive redstone and timers going on, and he kind of made a bit of a challenge to see if anybody could come up with a better design. I think I might have done that. So let's take a look at how this works. Basically, you're going to put logs in the top. They'll feed down into this chest and get distributed amongst these furnaces. The furnaces are going to cook the logs into charcoal, push them out of the system, and back up over here. Now the charcoal is going to travel along this top set of hoppers, and if there's space underneath, the charcoal will drop down. But if all of these are backed up, the excess will end up over here. Now the reason why this system works so well, one piece of charcoal will cook 8 logs. So one charcoal will convert to 8 pieces of charcoal. Now you're going to have to replace the one piece that you used, so your profit is going to be 7 extra pieces of charcoal. Now you do have to keep feeding this machine logs, so that's kind of the downside. You can mine coal in abundance, so it's not too hard to find. But if you want to just have something cool laying around for your friends to come look at, this might be a cool build for you. So before we start building, I'm going to go ahead and show you the things that it's going to take to make this system. You need 15 just regular blocks, 24 dirt or something else so that we can back up our hoppers, 3 chests, 8 furnaces, a sticky piston, 2 droppers, 38 hoppers. Yes, that's right, 38. It does take quite a bit of hoppers. A lever, a button, 2 repeaters, a comparator, 4 torches, 4 drops of redstone, a redstone block, 9 gold rails, 1 regular rail, and a minecart with a chest. So let's go ahead and build this. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make my redstone circuit. This is what's going to activate every time a new piece of charcoal comes through the system. So we're going to put our comparator right here. Put a block here with a repeater and redstone. And on top of there, we're going to place a torch. Now from here, we're going to put a block with a repeater on top, torch coming out the side, place a block on top like that, another torch coming off there, and we'll place 2 blocks coming out just like that. Okay, we're going to place a torch here. Now we're going to come down here and extend out from this bottom 9 hoppers. Now on top of that, we're going to put 8 furnaces. And on top of those 8 furnaces, 8 hoppers. And feeding into the back, 8 more hoppers. Just like that. Now from over here, I'm going to put a spot for my output. I'm going to make 1 hopper going into that. And then we're going to make a line of hoppers facing that way, coming around this back side. Just like that. And so that way when the coal comes through the bottom, it's going to get pushed up here into this hopper and fed along this back side. Now if there's an open space down here, the charcoal is going to fall down and get fed into the furnace in front of it. Once that system backs up, charcoal will go here. Now while we're on this side, let's go ahead and fill up 4 slots with dirt. Now what's cool about this is the dirt never would go in a furnace, so it's not going to get pulled into the furnace. So it'll just occupy these slots. That means only one slot has to have charcoal. Okay, now from this side, let's go ahead and extend out 2 blocks. We'll put a gold rail, a regular rail, and then finish along the top of these hoppers with gold rails. Now from here, I'm just going to put 1 extra block, and we'll power this block with a lever. Now this makes sure that whenever that minecart comes through here, it'll end up back over here. Once it gets to this golden rail, it's turned off, so the minecart will get stuck and will get filled up from the top until a piece of charcoal goes through this system and powers the rail. Now let's go ahead and add our hopper, the chest where the wood's going to go in, and we can go ahead and put our minecart down. Okay, now from this side, we'll come out a block over here, go ahead and put a button on there, put a sticky piston, and a block of redstone. Now if you notice right now, basically nothing's happening. And so sometimes you'll need to jumpstart the system. That's what that does. Okay, so now comes the moment where we have to fill up our furnaces and the hoppers behind. So I'm just going to go through here and I'm going to prime these furnaces with a stack of charcoal each. Just like that. And then you want to put charcoal into these back as well. And now all that's left is to put wood in the system. So we'll come over here to this, and we're just going to pretend like I've chopped down a bunch of wood. So I'm going to left click and grab that stack, hover over a stack that looks exactly like the one I have selected, hold down shift, and double click. There we go. Now you can see that this is filling up. And all I have to do is hit this button and we'll get it going. And look at there. Starting to cook. Now as a piece comes through, watch what the system does. You'll see a pulse. And it distributes. So every time something cooks and goes through the system, that's our clock or our timer. Now once you run out of wood, there will be no more stuff cooking. That chest will not move. And so that's why we have this get started button right here. So you can see where this chest and this button is. And that's kind of what I've done over here. Just a rough little idea of an interface area. You'd put your wood in here, start your system up, and you can design something for your output chest. And that's going to be our industrial charcoal factory. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you learned something from it. And I hope that this is a comparable design to what Mumbo came up with. If you like this tutorial and you want to see more like it, go ahead and subscribe. Click that like button. Don't forget to check us out on Twitter. And if you have any suggestions for this design or something else you want a tutorial on, don't hesitate to put anything down in the comments below. Thanks for watching and keep on building.